Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this tutorial I'm going to show you how we can validate a form in React Native by using Formik library. So here, as you can see, we have a basic form and here we need to provide these informations. So first we have the name, and as soon as I started typing you can see that the submit button has been disabled, and now you can see that it should be 6 characters long. And then here we need to put the email address, and here we can type something, but it is not showing as valid email, so we need to provide a valid email. So this is a valid email. Now the error has been gone. Now we can type the password, but for the password field I haven't provided secure text entry so that we can see the details over here. And here, as you can see, this is saying that it must contain minimum 8 characters and all these things. It should be 8 characters long. Now it is 8 characters long, but it doesn't qualify as a proper password, so that's why we need to provide a special character as well. And now we need to put the confirm password, and here also we need to put the password properly and it should match with the password field. And then we need to provide the mobile number. So here we can type something, but as you can see here we have a problem. It must be only digit. So we can type the numbers only, and it must be exactly 10 digits long. So now our form is validated properly and we have provided the data perfectly. So now the button is active and now we can submit it. So here we can see the submitted data in JSON format. So that is the validation, as you can see here. So this validation I am going to implement in this tutorial by using Formik library in React Native. So if you are interested in these kinds of tutorial, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorial on this channel. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So this is our newly created project, and in this project I have just this text wrapped with some view, and I have provided a status bar to have the light content for the status bar. And also I have provided some styles in this project already, so that it will help us to create the form UI pretty easily. In that way we don't need to waste so much time to create the UI. We can quickly move into the validation part. So here, as you can see, these are the styles which I am going to use. So you can pause the screen, take note of these codes if you want. I am not going to provide any GitHub repo for this project because it doesn't have that much thing. It is just to show you the concept and how to use the Formik library in React Native. So let me create the UI quickly. So first here we will have the title. So for that, here we have styles title, and after that we need to create text input. So you need to import text input from React Native, and for the placeholder of it I will provide full name. For the style of it, it will be input style, and I will wrap this with a view, and it will be input wrapper style. Similarly, let's copy it few more times. After the full name it will be email address, then it will be password, then it will be confirm password, and after that last it will be mobile number. And finally here I am going to create a button by using touchable opacity. So you need to import touchable opacity from React Native as well. For the style of it I will use submit button, and for the text style of it I will use submit button text. So our form has been created. Now we need to implement the validation, and for that we need to install Formik library. So this is the official website of this library. Let's click on this get started, and here we can see the command to install it. So I am using npm, so that's why I have copied this one. Now let's paste it. So it has been installed, and now we need to go to this validation guide, and for the validation we need to install this Yup library. So let's copy this one and install it. So these two packages have been installed. Now after that, let's implement it. So first we need to wrap our form with Formik component, which we can import from Formik, and then we need to import Yup. So first here let's import, and then import from Yup package, and then we need to wrap our form with Formik component. Okay, and we need to configure this Formik. So first we need to provide initial values, and for the initial values here we need to provide the value for the field items. So as you can see here, we have full name, email, password, confirm password, and mobile number. So we have 5 form fields. That's why we need to provide the 5 initial values. So first I'm creating name, and initially the value of it will be empty, right? So similarly I will create email, then password, then confirm password, and at last we will have mobile. And for this Formik component we will receive some props within it, and that we can access here. So first we will have values, errors, touched, handle, submit. So these are the few which we will get, and we will get many other props as well which we will require later, but right now initially I am importing these things. And within this function we need to provide our form. Let me cut this from here and it will be here. Okay, so that is how we need to wrap our form with Formik component. Now after wrapping, we need to provide a schema for the validation, which we can see here. So let me copy it from here and paste it here. We don't need last name, we have name, email. So for the name it will be string type, and minimum it needs to be 6 character long, and maximum it could be 50 character long, and it will be required. And here we can provide the error message which will be displayed if it is not provided. And for the min and max, you can see that these are the message. If these criteria are not matching, then these error messages will be displayed. Let me implement it in this basic form, then we will complete it. After the initial values, we need to provide validation schema, and for the validation schema we will provide this sign up schema which we have just created. Okay, and now here we can provide the value of it, which will be values, this values prop dot name, as we have created this name initial value and this name schema. So these things needs to be similar. So name here, and what we are providing here is same. That's how it is connected. Now after that we will require few other props as well. Let me get those. So it will be handle change, then set field touched is valid. So these are the props which we will use. So after the value for the name field, here we need to provide onChange text, and here for the onChange text we need to provide handle change, and here also we need to provide the same name which we have used for this initial value and in the schema. After configuring the text input, now we need to display the error message, and that we will display under this text input. So here let me check if error name will be present, then we will display the error message, and that will be the text, and for the style of it, it will be error text, and the error will be error name, which is the field value name, which is the same name which we have used here. Now save it. Now let's check it once. Let's start typing. So here we can see too short message, and then the message has been gone, right? So our validation is working and the error message is showing perfectly fine. As you can see right now it is empty, that's why it is showing the required error message. After that, let's implement the validation properly. So here for the email required error message, I will provide this message. After the email it will be password. For password it will be string type, and I will provide minimum 8 characters long. It will be required as well. And this message I want to display, and along with this I will provide a regular expression where it will check for the password combination. So the password must contain at least one uppercase, one lowercase letter, one number and one special character in it, and it should be 8 characters long. So that is the regular expression which I am going to use, and to use the regular expression we need to use this matches function. So I am going to paste that regular expression here. I will provide that regular expression in the description of this video. You can copy the regular expression from there. So here I have pasted it. So this is the regular expression, and it is wrapping with this slash. So you can use the slash or you can use the quotation mark here. So it is wrapped with this slash. If I don't want to use this slash, then I can use the quotation mark. So that is how you need to wrap the regular expression. So within it, this is the actual regular expression. This one I will provide in the description. And this is the first parameter of the matches, the regular expression, and in the second parameter I have provided the error message, which is actually describing what it needs to provide. Now save it. After saving it, let's implement it for these fields. So now let's copy value and on-change text, and for this it will be email, and then we need to provide the error message, and this time also it will be for email. Similarly, let's provide it for password and then the error, and we need to change this email to password. Now save it. Let's check it once again. So let's type some name, and here we can see we have already the error message are present for these fields, which is actually correct but not the proper user experience because the user haven't reached to these fields. So that's why we need to provide another property here, which is on blur. And for the on blur we have this set field touched, which we have here, and for this one also we need to provide the values for each field. So here it will be email, it will be password. After this on blur we need to provide another thing for each of these error messages, which is this touched. If it will be present, then we will display the error message. Now let's check it. So here as you can see it is displaying too short error message. Now the error message has gone. Now let's type some email here. It is invalid email, but it is a valid email. And also I don't want to capitalize this thing, so auto capitalize needs to be false for the email. Then for the passwords also I will do the same thing. Now let's check for the password. So here it is displaying password must be at least 8 characters long. Let's provide 8 characters. Now it is showing the criteria which it needs to fulfill. So let's provide that. Now the error message has been gone. And when the error message is present, that means it is not validated yet properly. Then we will have this is valid, and based on that is valid we can provide disabled value here. Based on this is valid we can update the style of the field. So here let's provide some different background color. If it is valid, then we will have the normal submit button background color, and let's comment out the background color from here. Else we will use another background color, which will be this one. Now let's save it. So here you can see we have this error message is present. That's why this button is disabled. So we cannot click here, and the disabled property is actually being communicated to the user by this color. Now let's provide it. So here you can see that it is now active and we can click here, right? but if it is not valid, so that means this button is disabled. Right now we cannot click here, this button is disabled. So now after this password, let's work on this confirm password. For the confirm password, here it needs to be similar to password, so yup.string, then minimum it will be 8 characters long. Then we will have a new method called oneoff, and here it will be yup.ref and needs to provide the reference of the value of the password. So we are matching this value with this field value, so that's why we need to provide that field value name here. Here it will be a parenthesis, and after that we need to provide the message, which error message we want to display. Your passwords do not match, and after that it will be required, so let's provide the message for the required error message. Confirm password is required. Now let's check it here, and to check it we haven't provided those values here, so let me provide that. So here it will be confirm password, and to display the error message we need to provide that, and it will be confirm password as well. Now let's see. So the error message is there. So here you can see one thing, confirm password is showing as this field value, and that is because it is showing the error message for this min method, and for this min method we haven't provided any error message. So if I provide a error message, so here you can see we have this confirm password separated by this space, and here it is similar to this field value. So now save it. So after that, here you can see this is the custom error message which is being shown. So now you can get the idea that whether we provide the message or not, we will get some error message from the Yup package, but we can customize it to provide a better user experience to our user. Now let's provide the correct one, so it is matching, right? Now finally we have mobile, and here also it will be yup string. Actually it needs to be number, but we are using string here because with string we can manipulate it as per our requirement, and here our requirement is that I will take 10 digits only mobile number from the user. So that's why I am providing the string here, and then I will use minimum 10 character, and here I will provide the error message must be exactly 10 digits. Similarly, I will provide for max as well. So maximum will also be 10 character, and here also the error message will be must be exactly 10 digits. It will be string, not the number, but I want number, right? So that's why I will use this matches method, and here we can provide the regular expression, and the regular expression for the digits will be this one, and the message I will display must be only digits. So by this regular expression it will check for the numbers only, so it will not take any alphabetical characters. And then finally it will be required, please enter your mobile number, and we need to provide those values for the mobile numbers as well, and here it will be mobile, and for the error message also we need to provide mobile. Also we can provide another thing, which is the keyboard type, and here we need to provide the keyboard type as phone pad. So then we will have this number keypad. So here you can see that I'm providing the alphabet from my keyboard, and it is showing the error message. It is asking for the exactly 10 digits, and when it is 10 digits it is saying that it must be only digits. So that's where our regular expression matches kicks in. So it's working perfectly fine. So now let's provide the 10 digit number. Now the validation have been completed properly, right? And here for this Formik we have another prop called on submit, and for this on submit we will get the values which we can display in an alert which we need to import from React Native, and here I can JSON stringify those values, and we can call this onSubmit function by using this handle submit, and we need to use that handle submit here for this submit button on press. Now finally click here, so here we can see the values, right? So that's how we can validate a form in React Native by using Formik. So this is the tutorial guys. I hope you have learned something new from this tutorial. If you do so, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this, and let me know by commenting down below. If you have any kind of suggestion for me, then also let me know. And don't forget to share this tutorial with your friends and colleagues. And I will see you guys in my next tutorial. In the meantime, have a great day. Goodbye.